don't know if it's just been me, but everything has been feeling off. Like there's just been a lot of energy of the past coming up and like old cycles, old energies, old way of thinking, old ways of feeling, old ways of embodiment that has been coming up like crazy for me. And I think what was so important was there was this really conflicting energy surrounding me because there's been this energy of wanting to feel, not wanting to always be in that spiritual energy and not always try to find a meaning for something, always try to find a meaning for what's going on or what is being in place and what is being stored, almost learning how to exist and just be, not to receive anything or because I'm being on a high vibration. Like it was like this energy of like I just want to be human. I want to embody that human part of me more. I want to feel that human part of me more. I want to embody that healing energy more. And that was like the energy I was getting for the past couple of days. But in that, there's been a lot of energy of like the past that has been coming up, like just past stuff, like stuff in the past that used to feel normal for me. It feels different. And I'm only saying this because this is significant. I feel like because I'm saying this because like maybe you're on the same path and you're feeling these same and yeah, there is some really, but it's like when I read this card, I want you to know that there is a place in my heart that is also releasing a lot of this, like because for like oh wow, the first cards, they were just on the top of the deck. No joke. We have the moon and the chariot. This is not even illusion. There's been a lot of conflicting energies because a part of me wants to just embody the human part of not understanding why something is happening or not needing to know the outcome or the reasoning behind something or feeling like it's okay to like embody that imperfect energy and that it doesn't have to have a meaning. It doesn't, that's exactly what I'm getting. Like the energy of like, it doesn't have to have this big, grand reasoning behind it. And I've been getting really pulled to this energy because the way how I usually handle like when pain and energy comes up, I go into reflective mode, trying to understand why my body is processing something or feeling a certain way and do my best to help. And it's been conflicting because a part of me just wants to chill and relax in the sense of like just let the energy exist as it is and let life almost flow me and guide me in the energy that I'm embodying, allowing life to like take the take the wheel almost instead of just observing life and being in such a spiritual mindset. Does that make sense? Learning how to live more present in the body and learning how to live more not just internally but also externally because they go hand in hand. When you're too internal, there's an imbalance, or when you're too external, there is an imbalance to that energy. 7 and 18 can be significant. You've probably been seeing those numbers a lot, but what I'm getting from this energy is it's almost like you're being sped through this energy. This energy is starting to pick up and get a lot faster. I'm almost getting the energy of downloads, but from a more internal space. But the internal space has not just turned into this prison that is like the energy of needing to be fixed. I feel like what is being reflected to you out externally, rather, if it's not even just about the past. Maybe there's a lot of pain coming up. Maybe there's a lot of resentment coming up. Maybe there's a lot of anger coming up. And I think what I'm getting from this information is that there is like, it's not that spirit wants you to be perfect. It's not that spirit wants you to do it correctly. What I'm getting is that they just want you to show up. Show up for those cycles. Be present in that energy. It gets annoying. It gets tiring. But what I'm getting is that you're getting so much better at recognizing what is going on in your body and what is being felt. And I'm getting this energy of two parallels, things that are the complete opposite. And like trying to have, it's like you're trying to form a conversation. You're trying to have a conversation with somebody. It's like if you are someone like me who's like so very spiritual, a very internal being, more in their feminine energy, it's like talking to somebody who do things through brute force or is more external and sees things from a different, like it's like having a conversation from two different perspectives, two very big different perspectives, and learning how to merge, learning how to come together, learning how to see that part of you that just wants to be human and live and cry and be awkward and be tired and exist as whatever the energy you're existing as. And then there's the energy of you wanting to get better, learn more, expand, become, grow. It's like both of those parts of you are like learning how to have a conversation with each other through these interactions, through these past. I think the past is being brought up because in the past you probably would have handled this past energy in such a more spiritual light. But I'm getting the energy of you been handling this energy more humanly, to connect more. You've already done the spiritual energy. It's like you're learning how to integrate not just the spiritual part of you, but the human part of you. And they're learning right now. I think y'all are in school. You're in school. You're in school right now, learning how to balance out that feminine wisdom, intuition, and that masculine external go-getter energy. You're learning how to merge them, and they're learning how to have a conversation with each other right now. They're learning how to. They're learning each other. They're learning what feels good, and and right now I'm getting the energy of like, this may be hard. This may even be brutal. This may even be confusing because, like I said, the energies are so different. The energies are so different, and I'm getting the energy of not just that, but the energies from the past also coming in. So it's like it's just this past energy, and then there's two different parallels of how you would usually do it, but you're trying to find a way how to do it differently in a more human centric way, and it is confusing and it is tiring, and it can be irritating. I'm getting this, and I'm just feeling this because I've been experiencing this, like this frustration of confusion waving over me. And like I said, this energy has been picking up fast. It's like almost like, I don't know. I don't want to put these in words. Like right now, I am learning. I myself am just reflecting back to you what has been going on with me as well, internally and externally, and projecting that out to you because maybe there's a frequency that needs to be understood, and we're learning together. We're listening. We're learning about this energy together. We're integrating together. I am far from fully understanding. I don't think I will ever fully understand the concept of this, but I know that I can integrate. I know that I can learn more. But there is this energy of no longer forcing a perspective to sit, or forcing something to go a certain way, or forcing yourself to be happy when you're really mad, forcing yourself to perform when you're really tired. There's this energy of allowing yourself to fully engulf and just being human. There's this very human essence coming out. We have the Ten of Stones and the Nine of Pipes. I'm getting two different energies. This is what I'm talking about. There's like two different energies. There's this energy of action being built, but the action is being built off of this new financial burden. I'm hearing the word burden. There's a burden. Something is like burdening you, and this could be energy from the past. There's something, I feel like there's something that has been confusing you and almost making you feel down. I want to also say that whatever you may be feeling does not mean you are going backwards. It means you are learning. This is a new stage. I feel like you're in a whole new cycle. I'm getting the energy is like you're on a yeah, because the 10 is there's a 10 here. You're in a whole new cycle, and then the 9 is all about completing cycle. Like it's all about like closing out a cycle. So it's like this energy of you're in a whole new cycle, and this cycle is about learning how to have a conversation with that human side and that spiritual side, learning how to communicate in that sense, if that makes sense. Like you're learning how to communicate with two different sides of you, two different like integrating two different parts of you and learning how to love both equally. And like I said, this is a whole new cycle, and this is why it may feel super intense right now, because the cycle is it's teaching you a lot right now, and it's integrating a lot of new information. There's a lot new information being integrated right now, a lot new downloads, a lot new ways of seeing things, and I'm getting the energy of like it doesn't feel as spiritual as it used to. Not in a bad way. I'm thinking, like I said, there is this energy of being human, making mistakes, being bored out of your mind, watching TV, not always doing something that may feel over performative, or like this energy that doesn't direct from the soul no longer. There's this energy of like the old is being washed out, but the old is also washing you out at the same time. The old is showing you something that has been reflected for a long time, but there's this inner state of like movement. There's a movement being pathed in, like there's like a path of movement somewhere in this energy. And I think the reason why you're integrating all of this right now is because there's something that is needed for you to integrate in order for you to really fully leap into whatever energy you're meant to be leaping into. And I'm getting the energy of slow and steady. Also, the energy of slow and steady also has been popping up a lot. So being more slow, being more steady, taking your time more, being more like not rushing a result or rushing a meaning or rushing to understand what's going on, letting it unfold naturally. I think you're learning how to let things happen naturally rather than it completely go your way. There's also this energy of maybe things have been falling apart, maybe things hasn't been going exactly your way, but in those things not going your way, there are things that you are learning. There are new concepts you're understanding. There's new ways of seeing this very thing that once felt like torment, that once felt like pushing you away. The one thing, there's like this one thing that used to feel burdensome that turns into your new light, your new being, your new way of seeing something, your new way of existing, your new way of being, your new way of feeling. There's newness in this energy, even when it doesn't feel like it. Like right now, you're in the learning stage. This is why it may feel chaotic right now, because you're learning. You don't. You're learning right now, so you're of course you're not gonna understand it right away, and that's okay. So be patient with yourself. And I'm getting the energy of the more you are patient with yourself, the more you are patient with yourself and you use what you do have to really integrate this information and this data into your body, the more naturally this will kind of start to be put together. You're going to eventually start learning because, like I said, you've been through cycles before, and I'm getting the energy of you or someone who has completed a couple cycles. You've completed a couple cycles, and this is why you're being brought into a whole new one. The only reason why this new energy is being brought up, and it may not feel the most good right now, is because you are in the learning period of it. And the only way to really create this energy and turn this learning period not into a painful cycle that repeats is just by existing, letting it feel exactly how it feels. Don't try to fix it. Don't try to don't try to force an understanding out of it. Don't try to force it to be created. Don't try to force a situation to exist how it's not meant to exist. Just exist as who you are and let that existence be all that needs to be seen in that moment. Wow. We have the death card in the Empress, if I even say that correctly. Okay. Um, like I said, a whole new cycle, a death. This is literally confirmation. 3-3 is significant because we have 13 and 3. 3-3 is very significant. 3-3 symbolizes support. There is this energy of you have a new baseline. This baseline I'm getting there, you have this internal touch with yourself. This is why you're going to be able to move through this energy with more love and more kindness. I'm getting the energy of you are moving through this energy as well as you can, as the best that you can. There is a reason why this, whatever you completed has integrated, whatever cycle you completed in the past integrated new knowledge and new information in you, and that new knowledge that was integrated into you is meant to help you on the cycle that you are on now. I think what has been integrated the most in that old cycle was this energy of an empress. I'm getting the energy of someone who is more kind to themselves, more nurturing to themselves, more gentle to themselves, not as harsh as they were in the past. And that is the reason why that had to be broken first for you to integrate this. Because, like I said, there is pain coming up, there is past energy coming up, there is confusion coming up. And if you don't know from the past, if you weren't kind to yourself in the past and you constantly repeated a cycle of being rude to yourself in the past, if this came up, it would have just turned into like this energy of hell. But that is why it's so important for you to just really integrate the energy of being kind to yourself as best as possible. I'm not saying be perfect and always be happy and always say the right things or be the correct way. Like I said, there's a human energy to this. What I'm saying is sometimes you allow yourself to just be in whatever energy that is and trust that you're going to move through it. I'm getting the energy of maybe learn how to sit more with whatever that energy that once felt uncomfortable. You thought, I have to do this in order to distract myself from this. I'm getting the energy of sit with the discomfort. Sit with the discomfort, or yes, sit with the discomfort, or find something that allows you to move in this discomfort with more joy and ease. For example, if you are someone who likes to journal that feelings away, journal those feelings away. If you like to draw, explain how you feel through your drawings. If you like to sing, express yourself through your singing. You get what I'm saying? Find ways to make the discomfort more enjoyable and more freeing and liberating, because I get this energy of you being not sucked into the past, but the past being overly loud right now, and that is okay. There is a point to this, there is a reason to why this is happening, and that you don't need to know exactly why it's happening right now. You don't need to know exactly why all of this is coming up. All you need to know is that you are learning from it. There is learning. Think of it as an opportunity to learn, not for opportunity of an outcome. Not for outcome, not to fix yourself, not to, you know what I mean, find use this as whatever's going on as an opportunity. You're going to learn more about yourself. Use this as an opportunity to learn and integrate more, because what I'm getting from you is that you love to expand, you love to learn, you love to integrate. So use this as an opportunity to do those things. You know what I mean? See it as a learning opportunity rather than anything else. Wow, there has there been, oh my goodness, major arcana in almost every single one of these. We have the Rose card and Totem of Arrows. I feel like it's definitely, the past has definitely, out of everything that the past has been really like kind of focusing on, it's been focusing on your mind. Like I said, there is something about you being in a cycle that was mental. It was something about your mental, and that's why something kept repeating the way how it was. But I'm getting the energy of your mind is in your hand. Your mind is in your hand. You are in control of this situation. No one is controlling you from the outside. You are in control of this situation. When I say this, don't get fearful, don't get scared, don't think you need to fix anything. What I'm saying is that there are ways, there are things you can do to ease your mind. I know it's cold outside. Trust me, I know. I live in upstate New York. It is snowing outside as we speak. But if you can, put a big coat on. Go outside for 5 minutes and feel the air against your skin. Read. Do something that calms your mind down, whatever calms your mind down, so that these thoughts don't control you. Because I'm getting the energy of you think that these thoughts are the end all be all. Because there's a lot of energy from the past coming up through thoughts, and the way how to really move and integrate this information is by knowing that you are in control of your own mind. And this is not to scare you. This is not to undermine you. This is not to make you feel like you got to do it and figure it out. What is being said is that find little ways, 1% ways to calm your mind down, to ease your mind, to show your mind a different way of seeing things. I'm telling you, with these major arcanas, we have the Lovers and the Two of Arrows. This doesn't feel like an energy of someone. This feels like energy of you. This feels like you. I'm not getting the Lovers as in someone else. I'm getting the energy of a lover towards yourself. Lover towards your mind. Being a lover to your mind. Loving yourself. Treating your mind as a human being who needs just wants to be heard and understood. Does that make sense? Treating your mind not as something that is um, a bother or inconvenience. That's the word I was looking for. I think so. I think there was another word, but I can't think of it right now. Not thinking of some of your mind as an inconvenience. It's this energy of learning to treat your mind as if it was someone that you loved, right? As if it was someone that you hold dear to you. Learning how to treat that part of you, those different parts of you, especially in the mind world, from a more loving, kind hearted perspective. And that's why I said you completed a cycle of learning how to love and integrate information in a more healthy way. So, there are things coming up in the past, but not all of them are to harm you. There are also things that you learned in the past. There is also things that you did in the past that was very helpful, very integrating, very mind blowing, very integrating. So, not everything coming up in the past is meant to harm you. It's also meant to help you remember parts of you that you thought you lost, parts of you that you thought were no longer exist. Hold on to those feelings, understand those feelings, be kind to those feelings, and don't expect yourself to be perfect. Don't expect yourself to fully understand or have this done in a day. There is a patience to this. There is a slowness. I'm getting the energy of fast and slow. It's like it's a rhythm. Fast and slow, fast and slow, fast and slow. There's a rhythm to this. So be patient with yourself as you find this rhythm of this there as you find a rhythm that works for you and works for your body. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. I'm getting 555. I'm getting 555. Yeah, change. Eight is significant. I'm noticing numbers more than I usually notice them, which could be a sign in itself. Um, you are nurturing something. There is something. Another major arcana. There is something being nurtured here. There is something being nurtured. There is something being nurtured and created through this cycle. Not every cycle is a bad cycle, just so you know. It only is bad when you put in your mind that the cycle is bad. Like I said, when I say this stuff, I'm not trying to put fear into your mind and make you think that you have to control everything or figure everything out. This is solely because I don't want, it's like that's what's just coming out. Those are the words that are just coming out. But it's not meant to scare you, all right? And if you feel fear, if you feel anxiety, check up on yourself. Like I said, do something that feels peaceful, that brings you peace. Please find something that brings you peace, right? Find something that is healing to your soul and to your body. Find something that feels good, right? So that this energy feels more gentle rather than pushing. And you probably, and I'm getting the energy of like, you've been thinking like, you're going backwards because there was this energy of integration, of healing, of learning, of spiritual insight, of all this energy, but it kind of has slowed down, and like it seems like the external is more stronger and louder than it has ever been before. And it's not because you are doing anything wrong, it is because you are growing you are growing, you are a growing adaptive person. I've been getting the word adaptive come into my mind so much recently. You are very adaptive. This is why things you learn very quickly. You understand things really quickly. You grab onto things really quickly. Like you are very cautious, understanding all these things. I'm getting the energy. And the only reason why the external may feel loud or your thoughts may feel loud is because new levels, new devils, baby. New levels, new devils. You feel me? So don't think that you are meant to be perfect in integrating or understanding this information. Know that if it takes time, that is exactly what it's meant to do. If it takes a little bit of a couple steps, if it takes a couple tries, let that be. Let that be. It's going to work out exactly when it's meant to. So, because stress ain't going to do nothing but create more stress, you feel me? So, if you are feeling at any point of just anything, bring the things from the past with you that actually helped. Don't just let the things from the past that hurted you or harmed you be that. There was things in the past, even if they were fleeting, even if they were tiny, that felt good to you. That felt, oh, I miss that feeling. Let that be integrated into your body and your soul. But you are healing. there is this energy of like healing. Healing. There's also something about like mother wounds. I'm getting like mother wounds or like some type of wounds with authority figure in your life that was a woman. That probably is coming up right now. So yeah, in all seriousness, the only thing you can really do right now, yeah, because we have the 5 of Stones. Yeah, there is this past person coming up that maybe caused you a lot of pain internally. Um, Everybody heals differently. And what I really think is so important is to learn more about yourself so you can see what feels good for you, what feels good, not what feels fleeting, not what is meant to happen, not is what someone else would want, but what do you want? What do you want to integrate? What do you want to learn? What do you want to feel? How do you want to think? How do you want to exist? It's important to ask yourself or talk to yourself in a sense of, because I'm getting you are very like emotionally intelligent. You're probably like the therapist friend. So I'm getting this energy of every once in a while when you're feeling a certain way, ask yourself a question. What advice would I give to me now if I was just speaking to a friend? Imagine yourself just speaking to a friend and you really want to help them out. I promise you answers come up like that. I know from experience. The best thing to get through certain situations is to ask questions. I always say that and I believe that wholeheartedly. There's so many. But there's a lot of water energy. Throat chakra, heart chakra, root chakra energy coming out. Secret chakra. Really throat chakra. The throat chakra is you're learning at a new rate. You're understanding at a new rate. You're becoming your own person, and this becoming of own this becoming is it takes steps. It takes baby steps, but eventually you will get to the point where this is your it becomes subconscious. The sun, which also says rebirth. I'm telling you right now, like you will eventually get to the energy where you just feel it's just second nature. It's just meant to be. So yeah, hold on to that. Sometimes I always like I'll pause while saying something because I don't want it to be interpreted in a certain way. But I also feel like at the same time thinking, ooh, look at that. Do you see that? You know what this reminds me of? Like this is you. This is you right now. Like this is the future. Like I'm getting this is the future and this is you right now. Right now you're being taught. You're being taught how to relax the mind, be with the mind, learn the mind, be kind to the mind, understand the mind from a more human perspective. Calm down, like learning your mind better. And in the future I'm getting the energy of you perfecting it almost. Perfecting it, not in this perfect way of constantly having the answers, but like you have more, you see who you see that you are the only one that can control your mind. You are the only one that can create perspectives through your mind. And you understand that, and so you embody it fully. You embody the energy of the mind fully in a whole new perspective, in a whole new way. There's something about you manifesting, not things externally, First, manifesting, creating, learning. It's all about the mind. Because the mind came up in, I think, the last reading I did. But yeah, the mind is very significant and important. And almost every single time I do a reading, my throat gets to hurting, which I find quite interesting. There's a lot of water energy because I keep seeing the water in the glimpse of my eyes. And I was just talking about my throat. Like I said, you're building something. Something is being built from the bottom up, and it's going to start to sprout very soon. I'm getting the energy of 10 to 3 days. Literally, I don't know why that number came up. 10 to 3 days. Watch as you start to see things from a more, your perspective is going to shift because you're not just integrating from the spiritual, I must see everything from a high perspective, or I must be like this type of energy, this overperformance, almost toxic spirituality energy. There is this energy of now you're integrating. Oh, I am human, so I will get tired sometimes. I will be angry sometimes. I will be mad sometimes, and that doesn't make me any less of a human being. You are integrating both of those energies, and that is going to be, it's just gonna create balance, not perfection, not never ever experiencing pain or challenges, not never ever experience, you know what I mean? It's just going to make life a lot more fun and easier to experience because your mind is no longer feels like a torture device. It feels like something that is steady, that is growing, that is moving and flowing at its own pace, at its own time. And that pace and own, like, in the information that's being integrated is going to teach you a lot more about who you really are as a person. And like, you're going to constantly be learning, because think about how boring it would be if you completed a cycle, right? And then I don't know. I think I'm just getting that your journey is meant to be you constantly learning new things and understanding new things, because when you conquer everything at once or understand everything at once, then you don't got no more nothing else to learn, nothing else to grow from. It's like it gets boring. I'm gonna give you this is fun for you, and doing it from like a different perspective, because you're integrating two different parts of you, not just one. I'm not getting any other messages. Let's see. Also, something about not over explaining. Like over explaining things anymore. It's like if you get it, you get it. Flow light state, new perspectives, new ways of seeing things. Okay, I think that's it. So, yeah, I love y'all so much. I have a beautiful night, day, evening, afternoon. I don't fucking know. Listen, I just don't want to talk anymore. Because every time I do these, my throat hurts. But yeah, love yourself, and everything else will follow. Ace of Bowls on the back too. Telling you right now, this energy of being kind and loving to yourself is very important and significant right now. All right.